Take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today for you. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for tuning in, sharing this space with me. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading. For all the Virgos tuning in, thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get an idea of what energies you're swimming in this week. We're going to pull a few oracle cards, then jump right into your tarot messages. What energies are you swimming in overall? Ooh, know your worth. Okay, we're going to get one more. Most people have had two come out. I know there's going to be something else here. What else are you working on? Virgo. I am worthy. I am good enough. I am ready. I feel that. I am ready. You're ready for something. Going to take action on something. Releasing distractions. Okay. So maybe you've been distracting yourself from realizing your worth in a situation. I free my energy to focus on what matters most. All right. So, I feel like you were picking a direction this week and you were going for it. Look at that. Wearing that crown, placing that crown above your head, Virgo. Maybe you've had a lot of distractions lately. Things have been hectic. I'm hearing hectic, so hectic. Very busy, all right? So picking and choosing, okay, what you're going to focus on this week because you've got a lot pulling at you. That worth is really strong. I wonder why. We'll get into it. Let's get also a relationship energetic frequency here. This could be a relationship with yourself or with others or with a significant person in your life. What is the relationship energy you're learning about this week? Whoa, can't take 5. Maybe you, for some of you, you're like, I'm learning 5 different things from these relationships. Oh my goodness. Are you overwhelmed? I'm getting an overwhelmed vibe. Sensitivity, yeah. You are overwhelmed. Wow, look at that. Look at all the water around this one. Actually, I think I've never seen so much water around one of these cards. I've got several decks from her, and it seems like you're feeling a lot this week. The frequency of sensitivity helps us open up to the world of subtlety and detail, while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multi-dimensional. Well, your relationships are teaching you that? Wow, Virgo, you're not messing around. Like this is a very big frequency to be holding this week. Wow. You're really trying to, I think, stabilize the situation, looking at the inner workings, the details, the subtlety of it all. It's almost as though you're starting to understand a situation better. The more you release the distractions around you, you're honing in, right, on how to become a more multidimensional being in how you interact with other people, seeing the layers. There's something around your worthiness that's really being pushed this week. All right, let's go into your tarot spread. Virgo. I think that sensitivity is going to be a superpower for you. It's going to allow you to make the proper decisions around your worthiness, paying more attention, paying close, keen attention to the subtleties, right, of your emotional sphere. Your emotions are trying to teach you something, show you something this week. I'm getting very strongly. What's the general energy for you this week? I'm cutting a few of the card placements just to make this a little more streamlined. We're going to take it. Why not? This one to pop out. Overall general energy. The 8 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I think you're reassessing a situation. You might have had some new levels of communication, either with someone you're at a distance with that you were grieving the loss of, or someone that you just feel a little bit disconnected from right now, and you're working on communicating. Maybe perhaps how much pain you both are in. Whether you're still together or not, there is definitely an evaluation going on this week in messaging, You could even be trying to find your own inner guidance, your own answers around this. I said pull the bottom. Yeah, Five of Swords. You've been in a lot of conflict with another individual or individuals. You've had to take a stand. You feel a little bit more on guard as a result. A little prickly. I'm getting like a prickly vibe. Even in the communication, it's tense. There's like this underlying tense feeling, vibe. It's almost as though you are recognizing your worth. You're standing up for yourself. You may have been heavily distracted lately to avoid these difficult feelings. But 2 5s on the board. We're going through a significant transformation, Virgo. And it's about what you want to nurture, the Empress. You know, what you want to continue to nurture. There's something that you are upset about. You're trying to convey that, but it's not easy. It's almost as though you're dealing with someone who's not really listening. Or they are, but I feel like you're maybe a little even confused about if you want to continue to give something energy or release it completely. There's a confusion here. But it's hard for you to really get clear because you've got your guard up. And when we do that, we really get disconnected from our heart space. And you can't really make a real true decision. There's the defensive decision making, right? And then there's the actual truth decision making. And I think there's a little bit of murkiness going on there this week around that. Let's see your opportunity. 9 of Swords, yeah. You're stressed about something. There's something that you're perhaps losing sleep over, overthinking, in a rough like mental space around. Something is really occupying your thoughts. And it's becoming a little bit of a strain I'm getting here. Your challenge is the 10 of Pentacles. This is about what you're going to invest in long term. A lot of us are reevaluating that because of the Plutonian energy that's shifting, because we're entering into a brand new 2-decade-long cycle this year. So a lot of us are doing cleanup work around the soul contracts, right? And about what we want to stay invested in and what we want to cut loose. It's almost as though you're really overthinking a long-term investment that you have no idea what to do about. And it doesn't have to be around a certain relationship. It could have to do with your relationship to your work life is shifting from a state of stressing over it to a state of really being challenged by just believing that you're going to succeed and prosper. Okay? Not getting down about it, right? And being defensive about not being where you are, okay, to others. So this can go in a multitude of ways. Some people are dealing with a difficult relationship and other people are dealing with struggles in work. Let's see what you don't see coming, and then we'll clarify this opportunity. The Knight of Swords. A lot of people have this. A lot of people have this energy this week. Just summoning that inner warrior, right? Being guided by a big picture thinking with the eagle on the top there. Actually, that could be a hawk as well. It's a bird of prey. But they see the big picture, right? They see all the moving parts. And I do believe that you're speeding ahead, feeling defensive, right? But maybe looking at it from a bigger perspective here. Because this is about what you really want to invest in, Virgo. What you really want to invest in. I'm going to clarify this 8 of Wands. Because I do believe this is about finding some answers this week. Sorry. I just had some toast. What are we going to do here? Whenever I think of toast, for those of you little kids, was it Mercy Watson? That little pig. Kate DiCamillo. She wrote these books about this pig. And it's a kid's book, but this little pig loved buttered toast. So I don't know. My daughter's older now, but she loved those books, and I don't know why I just thought of that. Maybe some of you are reading those books to your kids this week. Oh, good old Mercy. All right. Why is the 8 of Wands here for Virgo this week? What is this communication regarding? It's like there's a lot of communication going on right now in your life with a lot of different people. It sounds like you're trying to really justice, Three of Cups. Ooh, and the Six of Wands. Ultimately, I think you know you're going to prevail. You're going to succeed. A lot of you, this does have to do with your work life. You do know that you're going to be riding high. You've got a lot of support around you. You're coming back into a state of balance, maybe after a recent blow, whatever that is in your work life. Maybe something fell through or you just had some friction with people. But whatever kind of information you're receiving this week, answers, guidance, it's going to make you feel so much better. It's almost like this huge shift is going to happen around looking at something and looking at the negative part of it and the lack of it. And then you're going to actually turn and look and go, wow, like it's actually what I thought was a loss is actually a gain. I don't know if that makes sense. And that could have to do with the relationship as well. Something that you're letting go of in a connection. And so you can get more clarity about how you're going to move forward. But regardless, coming back into a sense of balance and fairness and working together with others, regardless. Okay. So if things have been difficult, we have 2 5s on the board and an energy of reevaluation, reassessing. And it's like that difficult road that you've been on is shifting this week and things are going to start coming back into balance. You're going to start feeling better. You're going to maybe be leaning on your friends a little bit and you're going to be regaining your confidence again. Yeah. But you do have, there's a lot of changes going on in your life, Virgo. And sometimes when we're in this, it can be very distracting, everything that's changing in your life. And you're trying to really ground and not overthink things. That opportunity, don't overthink things. What is it that you're overthinking? The Ace of Swords, the Empress, the Nine of Wands. You could have somebody in your life that you have nurtured for quite some time. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my battery was low on my camera. You have been nurturing a situation that you have been up in your head about. Somebody that maybe you hold in high regard in your life. You're trying to get clarity around how you feel. 2 9s, which is kind of towards the end of a completion in your lesson and in your learning. So I think you're getting a little bit exhausted by the situation, but you're still persevering and you're still willing to put a lot of nurturing, I think, into at least yourself to find clarity right now around whether you want to maintain this. I'm telling you, you're reevaluating something that is around your own abundance in your work life and how hard it is to keep going and finding that clarity, even if you don't have the success you're looking for yet, or you're actually dealing with a relationship where you've had a lot of mental anguish and stress and hardship, okay, around trying to nurture the connection and get clear on working through certain communication issues. They are coming back into balance, but this has been very challenging for you. When I say very challenging, I mean like very, very challenging. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. What is this long-term investment? I mean, you have the opportunity, and the challenge is, are you going to stay invested in this work? Are you going, 10 10s. Oh, wow. Your challenge is clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Sun, and the Four of Pentacles. So again, I do believe mostly, we can talk about love here, but I am mostly seeing this determination to push through and persevere around your work life. You're working very hard at earning money, because you have a long-term vision. Whatever that goal is, financial goal, whether you're trying to save for a house or you're trying to just succeed in your business or you're trying to work towards that promotion project or whatever that is, it's hard. You're putting a lot of energy to it. You're holding on to it, and it's creating a lot of happiness overall, but it doesn't mean it's easy. Okay. For those of you, if we want to talk about love, you are trying to stick it out. Okay. I am seeing this energy. You're like, I'm willing to continue to invest in this. I feel a little bit, it's like you're happy, but you're kind of detached. I think because a lot of you are working very hard in the material world towards your own success. It's almost as though love is not necessarily a priority for you. I'm just getting that. I mean, there's sad cups, right? And there's friend cups, but there's no real love cups here. So I think for the most part, a lot of Virgos that I'm talking to right now, you're dealing with some sort of loss, taking a stand, throwing yourself into your work life, trying to be happy, right? Overthinking, overstressing a lot in your life because you're going through a significant shift. Still fighting for the things you believe in. Queen of Wands, trying to find that passion again, right? For your career, for your own path, right? Feeling really sensitive. I think too, you've been really challenged in your work life lately. I'm getting that a lot. Yeah, so much overthinking. It's like, don't overthink something that you could naturally have clarity in if you try not to come from a wounded state and how you view it. That's your opportunity. In order to really step out of this overthinking toxic energy, it's that monkey mind, right? When you overthink something and you're not gonna, if you overanalyze something, it's gonna confuse you and confound you every time. So in order to find clarity, you really just need to sit with yourself, nurture yourself, really reach deep into your own depths, you know, and that self-love. You're working on your own determination, perseverance, releasing a burden in your life, whatever that is, the burden of, I got to work to succeed. A lot of you are letting go of something in your life that hurts, and you're trying to just not feel it. You don't want to feel it. Instead, you're overthinking it, getting that. And that's what's creating this unhealthy energy inside of you. Or you have literally have an unhealthy energy around you. The Knight of Swords, what you don't see coming is you could have someone who's someone's trying to come back into balance around you. Someone who has a lot of love for you, Virgo. It's almost as though they've had this overall vision of things really being in balance with you, and they're willing to take their time. But you do have an energy, though. It's like they want to fight for this. They don't want to give up. It's interesting. Some of you, if around love, they don't want to give up on this. Others of you, when it comes to your work life, you're putting a lot of heart into what you do, and it's hard. You might even have to be fending off the competition. You just might be in a highly competitive arena in your work. And this is about really doing what you love and plodding away, doing that slow grind daily, and trying to live a balanced life. You are overthinking something big time right now going on, and I think it's around your ability to manifest more abundance and be happy regardless of this recent loss. A lot of you have lost something recently, and you're finally coming back into balance, and trying not to stress out really about being more singular, finding happiness inside, holding on, right, the best you can to your vision around your own abundance. Yeah, let's get some advice from Spirit. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah, I think you're dealing with a loss, Virgo, and you are throwing yourself into work because you just don't want to think about it anymore. You don't. I think you're clear, even though you're stressing about things, you're clear about what you need to do. Doesn't make it easy, though. Let's get some advice from Spirit. What does Spirit have to say now? The Wheel, the Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Yeah, you know what to do. Virgo, you know that you're going through a profound shift right now, and this is around you creating your own stability and being guided within to do that. Regardless of what's going on in your love life, you are reassessing something in your life. It's almost as though you might have distanced yourself or ended something, but it's like it's still ongoing. It's that messy phase after something ends, and you're still trying to sort through all the emotions and getting over the fights and all the emotional baggage that comes with that, and then stressing out about the next step, the next chapter, the next thing, pouring yourself into your work like nobody's business. You're working very hard. Some of you who are in a connection, things are coming back into balance, but the stress that you are under, maybe you feel like you're the only one nurturing the connection or supporting this person. And it's very hard because their energy is draining you. So know your worth. If you're really supporting another person on a financial front out of love, I get that. You have a very generous spirit. I do believe you're being very generous with someone. You feel guided to help somebody in your life, whether it's a lover or a friend. But at the same time, make sure you save some energy for yourself. But you're moving forward, and you know exactly who you are, how to nurture yourself, and how to come back into a very strong, stable place within, Virgo. It's going to be a good week for you. I think you've had much harder energies you've been dealing with, but you're kind of coming out of a major change, and you're leaning on people that are helping you so you can come back into balance. And internally, this internal despair, this internal fight is starting to recede, okay? And as hard as it is for you to find the joy in what you're dealing with in your long-term commitments, your work life, you're slowly but surely holding on to that. Like right now you're like, okay, maybe this isn't working out, but I can hold on to this other thing in my life that brings about so much happiness. Even though it's hard, I know how to make myself happy. So give yourself a lot of self-love this week. Go within. The more you really work on your spiritual practices, whatever that is that brings you back into balance, that stabilizes you, huge significant shifts. I think that there are people falling away. There's new goals and ambitions and dreams lighting up in your work life that are really taking center stage this week. So you're feeling very sensitive. So really hold on to knowing that you're good enough for this pursuit of excellence and abundance in your work life. Release any distractions, especially if it's someone in your life who has been at your heels, who you just can't seem to get on the same page with, okay? You're definitely regrouping after some significant shifts. I do believe that for a lot of you, it's around the relationships in your life are shifting. All right. I hope you enjoyed this message, Virgo. Take care.